Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. I hope all is genuinely well. This may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Sagittarius in your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for a Sag. You might find some information in this reading that may resonate. There are a few things that I'd like for you to bookmark in the back of your mind as you listen to this reading, Sag. Understand that not everything is going to be something that plays out. Some of these things might be things that you're observing, and then sometimes it may take a moment for things to play out, and you might not recognize what the reading is talking about. So the point that I'm trying to make is listen to this with discernment and discretion and give the reading a chance to play out. Please avoid making any rash decisions. If you'd like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book me for a session on my website, which happens to be AngelicAscensionsTarot.com. As well, I'm offering beginner tarot classes that begin on February 18th. If you would like me to teach you tarot, you can go ahead and sign up for a spot on my website. Again, that happens to be AngelicAscensionsTarot.com. We're going to go over delicate topics. Sag, keep that in the back of your mind as you listen to this. Take it as a trigger warning, and let's begin. See what's playing out for you over the next 7 days. There's an Aries. There's a Scorpio. Let's see, did you have a misunderstanding with someone? Somebody works in the nursing profession. What's going on here? Okay. I think you went through a breakup, or somebody did. Somebody is waiting for maybe you to say something. There's a Gemini that showed up to your reading. There's some sneakiness going on in the situation. Sneakiness has something to do with somebody looking at your social media. Somebody that's been deceptive to you. Chances are maybe there's someone that you're not speaking to at this moment. Sagittarius. Oh, did I say this? I was saying that somebody is spying on your socials, or you could possibly be doing this. There's a snake in your situation, Sagittarius. Somebody that's incredibly sneaky. I got this tower here, and I'm trying to figure out what this tower is about. And it's about manipulation. It's about somebody that's in your energy. This is somebody in your energy that's being incredibly indecisive about what they want. I think you're dealing with somebody that has more than one person that's grabbing your attention. And I think that somebody may not know exactly who they want to pursue in this situation. So I think somebody is completely comfortable with keeping two situations going at the same time. Popped on the scene is a Virgo. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Somebody is possibly trying to return to a situation. Okay, they're returning to. This is what I don't understand. Let's see somebody return. We'll just say they're returning to you. Returning to somebody in a situation. Let's see where anything ended, though. I did say somebody's keeping two situations going at the same time. Yep, somebody's coming back. This is somebody that might always come back, Sagittarius. Maybe this is somebody you were engaged to. Maybe they proposed in the past. Maybe they were engaged to someone else, possibly. I definitely see a separation or a divorce. So if this is, you're dealing with somebody that has somebody else, like a third party, and it looks like somebody might be waiting for someone to leave a third party situation. And I see somebody doing that. I see an issue with friends. Unless this is a friend that maybe you dropped, maybe there's a friend that you don't speak to any longer, or you haven't spoken to in a while that could possibly be coming around. This could be a friend that could be talking to you about your relationship, or you could possibly be saying something about someone else's relationship. Somebody is engaged in a lot of fighting. There's a lot of tension and arguing between you and someone right now. possibly between you and family, or you had this type of history with someone. If this isn't something that's going on right now, I definitely, hey, Tiffany Flowers, thank you for getting my name right. People think my name is Angelica for some reason, and it's not my name. So thank you for getting it right. There's a lot going on social media. Something could be discovered or seen on social media. Definitely the case, because as I mentioned to you, somebody is watching you on social, or you're watching someone. You got a gathering that could be coming up. Where are we right now? We are in Capricorn season going into Aquarius season. You could possibly be gathering with family coming up. There's a Pisces. Yes. Somebody wants to meet with you. Somebody wants to see you again. This is for companionship. It looks like somebody. So, those of you who are in a third party, not all of you have a third party, but some of you, this would be your story if you happen to be in a third party. I did tell you that somebody is leaving a situation, possibly going back to reunite with somebody that they had a connection with previously. This person doesn't seem to be serious about anybody right now. But I think that somebody who is returning had something with you. Maybe something different than they had with other people. Somebody could have possibly been born in the month of July. So someone could possibly be a Cancer or a Leo. Or maybe something happened significant in this situation around those months last year. There's a lot of fear that's happening in this situation. Okay. Somebody might be fearing losing somebody to someone else, is what this looks like. I see a relationship that's getting ready to come to an end. I feel like somebody has an issue with boundaries and keeping a firm boundary. This might be due to people pleasing. I don't know. I think that you have a lot of tension, a lot of anxiety right about now. I'm not sure what this is connected to. Is this all because of this person? We're going to break it down and figure this out. Sagination. Somebody's coming in to talk to you. So if there's somebody that maybe needs to clear something up with you, or they feel like they need to clear their name or talk to you, they're coming in out of the blue unexpectedly. Maybe after a period of not hearing from this person for a while, they expect for your guard to be up because they recognize that you haven't said anything in a good while. And they suspect if they were to say something and be the first one to break the ice, that this would not go over well. There's this Queen of Wands. This would be the person that things are not working out with. This could possibly be you, Sag. Or you might be feeling this way if you're in the thick of a relationship right now. Somebody's not happy and they may want out, but they're not going to tell you this outwardly. They're just going to show you in their actions by the things that they've been doing, because somebody's been sneaky and deceptive. There's an Aries. There could be a mother figure in the middle of all of this. It could be your mom. Maybe this is, I was telling you, somebody could possibly be giving someone relationship advice. Maybe it's their mom, their friend. Maybe this is somebody you have a co-parenting relationship with. Maybe they don't like your partner. Or maybe somebody. So many things going on in your reading. There's a secret here. There's a few secrets. A lot of secrets are going to be coming out. Some of these secrets are family secrets. Some of the secrets are about what somebody is doing behind your back and gaslighting you, causing you to doubt yourself. You delete somebody, you block them, because it looks like somebody is looking for you. But maybe you erased your account. I don't know. I think you made a clean break, or someone this week is, because it seems like somebody is over the drama. They're tired of it. They're tired of wondering if their partner really wants to be there with them. Is what I see about this. Sagittarius. Yeah, I don't think there's a good vibe between you and someone. So yeah, that's what this looks like. Somebody's confused about what they want. I promise you, Aquarius season is going to be a very significant time period for you. This might be if somebody is not coming into your energy right now at this time period, it seems like somebody might be coming to you during Aquarius season, or this is when someone is thinking about you heavily during Aquarius season, particularly Valentine's Day. It seems like that's when somebody is just possibly thinking about you the most, or you're thinking about them, and this might be when they try to reconcile with you, unless you're dealing with an Aquarius specifically. That's what I see about this. Some of you, this is a family connection. You and family. I mentioned too, there could be some sort of a gathering. This is an informal gathering for some of you. It could be for a birthday party even, but this might be a gathering that maybe you didn't expect, because this might be more than one person who could be coming back, such as I mentioned to you, family members. You could be reconciling with family members, plural. Who else is in your situation? So while I see that playing out in the background, I also see some other things. I mentioned to you that there are some family secrets, and I did mention to you that somebody might be keeping silent about something that's pretty significant, having to do with family. Maybe there's somebody that wants to reveal something as far as a family secret is concerned, but it seems like somebody is maybe a bit nervous about being the whistleblower in the situation. They don't want to be the cause of maybe somebody being looked at in a negative way. But I will tell you that in some cases, for some of you Sagittariuses, somebody is not who you think they are. So this is Spirit saying be careful about maybe who you have around your family. For some of you, this is somebody's warning. It's not for everybody. But somebody isn't who you think they are. They're a complete snake. You got some sort of an obstacle in a relationship. You might get communication from a distance. Hey, Maria Davidson 5588. Maybe you're adopting a pet, or a pet could possibly be significant to you around this, especially around this period of time. Did you have a pet that passed? Concerned about time. Let's see what's going on in some other area of your life. Yeah, it definitely feels like somebody is coming in with some sort of gift. Okay, some sort of offer of reconciliation. So I'm trying to figure out if you're coupled with this person. Are they separating from you? Okay, I will say this. If you're having a lover's quarrel with your partner this week, maybe you're not getting along, you might possibly figure this out before the end of this next 7 days. But for a majority of you, this looks like someone is ready to leave or heavily thinking about leaving. But still, before they left, before things have completely come to an end, they're over here flirting with somebody else, talking to someone else, especially an ex. This seems like there's an ex on your mind, or somebody is thinking about you and you're their ex. So somebody is coming to a conclusion about this. Pretty soon, somebody might be approaching you, it looks like. So somebody is trying to decide what they want. Yeah, that's what this looks like to me. Seems like trust is definitely a question mark for you and somebody that you're in a connection with right now. Singles. With this 7 of Swords being here on the table, what I want to say is Spirit is saying somebody in your situation could possibly be an imposter. It doesn't mean that that's the case for all situations. I think some of you will go on to have a great relationship. Some of you Saggies, you're having a connection with somebody. You're meeting somebody that you like. You're having a good vibe with this person. You're getting to know them. But for others of you Sagittarius, this is where Spirit guides are saying be careful about rushing in too quickly. in a situation before you really kind of see certain things about somebody. Because it seems like time, since we were talking about time before, time might be the revealer of the truth in your situation of who someone is and what someone's intentions are. This would even be the case if somebody is returning. Some of you, it seems like spirit is saying maybe this person might kind of show you a certain aspect of their personality, but they're really editing who they are. Somebody does want to feel that way again. Somebody felt really good around you. Somebody felt maybe very confident around you. They felt like you were somebody that was very loving toward them. Somebody wants to be more than your friend, Sagittarius, and somebody is under the impression that the two of you will be together again. The thing is, they feel that you're leaving them behind. And if I was telling you before, maybe someone was indecisive and I was telling you someone's making a decision, somebody's decided they want you. They want you to be a part of their lives. Or this is somebody that might be waiting for you, Sagittarius or Crosswatcher, to say this. Because it might be a huge question mark in their mind about whether or not you really want them. You really want to be with them, because it seems like this is somebody that has somebody that could be really good for them, but they're looking outside at everything else. Like somebody has a roaming eye. The name Grace could be relevant in your situation. Some of you, there's a pregnancy. Some of you could be expecting a baby. You could be hearing news of pregnancy. Some of you, maybe you've been trying to conceive and maybe it wasn't the right time, but now coming up, you might be getting some good news about a pregnancy. Some of you, this might be a very unexpected pregnancy. But nonetheless, it seems like somebody might be making a decision about whether or not they're going to continue with a pregnancy. Some of you are like at the end, you're in your last trimester. There's a lot of spying in your situation. Okay? Not all of this is bad. For some of you, this is spirit saying, look before you leap. They're not saying spy on the person, Sagittarius, but they are saying, do your due diligence to get to know someone, to not go into a situation blindly, because it looks like for some of you, your gut feeling is kicking in and you're telling you that something about this person or about something that they're doing or saying is a little bit off. So this might prompt you to go do some research about this person. Because I did say somebody is looking you up on socials. So maybe somebody wants to know the truth. Because there are some lies in this situation, especially singles. Okay. So maybe this is somebody, like I said, doing research to see if somebody is married, if they got a whole situation. For chances are this might be an ex of yours that might you might cross their mind. They might go searching to see what's been going on with you these days because they haven't heard from you. Maybe they want to see if you moved on with somebody else. Maybe they want to see, what's going on with you. Or this is a friend, like I mentioned to you, that you haven't spoken to in a while. Maybe they don't have a way of contacting you. So maybe they're looking for you on social media as a way to reach out to you. You want to have your phone charged this week, Sagittarius, as with any week, of course, but it seems like you might be traveling. And it would be a good idea to have your GPS handy, because you might be going someplace where you're maybe a bit lost or a bit turned around. I don't know, you're going on a road trip or whatever. So it might be going on in some other area of your life, Sag Nation. Let's see what's going on with your money and your work. I think it's your living situation that you're thinking about around this period of time. So maybe you're eager to leave. I did say you're traveling, Sagittarius. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're traveling somewhere. Or somebody, yeah, of course, or somebody's traveling to you, as I mentioned to you. You might be thinking about leaving your living situation. Moving, Sag, because I kind of get the sense that you might be thinking about it. I think you're frustrated with your living situation. I think you're over it. I don't know why. Maybe it's your roommate. It seems like you might have somebody has an issue with I want to say alcoholism, but this might be sort of drug use. Your living situation, yes. It just seems like maybe this week you're wanting to maybe be by yourself. Seems like maybe you're kind of drained of people and of socializing. So maybe this week you might feel like you just want some time to yourself. Maybe people around you might be noticing that maybe you're a bit of a homebody, or you're just kind of staying in your room. People might feel like you have a lot on your mind. I don't know if you have a roommate. 1 second, please. Let me fix this. Okay, Sag. So yeah, you might feel like you just need some time to regroup from some things, possibly from socializing. You might be spending some time by yourself around this period of time. Did you get a lot of coffee, Sag? Seems like you might be going back to the gym. Definitely feels like you're either posting a lot on social media or you're watching a lot of social media these days. It just seems like you're overwhelmed because of something, and I think it has a lot to do, as I mentioned to you, with your living situation. Maybe some of you work from home, Sag. You might want to have your charger handy too. Seems like something, maybe you have a drawer or like a whole bunch of chargers. It seems like maybe you might be searching for a particular charger. Random side note. Oh, I see a lot of stuff happening. Okay. It just seems like there's a lot that you're thinking about. Like more than anything, it's whatever is going on in your mind. Seems like there's something that you used to do that maybe you kind of let go, or maybe you gave something up. You stopped doing something that you like to do. You might be going back to this because it looks like, I don't know what this is. It's just, I don't know, unless you're deciding to quit smoking. We did talk about an addiction. Maybe you're quitting something like that. But I think that there's something that you love, and maybe you had to set that aside for whatever reason. I think you're thinking about making something a career. And it seems like you have the ability to achieve whatever this is. It just seems like you're letting your mind kind of run the show. It just seems like there's a lot of maybe some doubts that you're dealing with around this period of time, especially maybe with something that you want to do. It just seems like there's a lot of interference, or there's just a lot of overwhelming things that could be going on around you. It just seems like there's a lot of chatter around you. This is either in your mind or this is just around you. This might be why you're kind of like tuning out people right now, because maybe you just need some peace and quiet this week. For some reason, I kind of see that. I think it's because you're feeling overwhelmed. I think that maybe you're not happy in your living situation, or you feel like something about your living situation needs to change. Maybe it's been this way for a minute. So maybe you're doing something about this living situation this week. I think there might be a move in store for you, to be honest. It just seems like there might be some obstacles in the way of you being able to move right now. Something might be a little bit delayed. Maybe that's what has you feeling frustrated. There's a Taurus that's in your reading. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, specifically Taurus. Yeah. I think you might feel stuck at the moment. You know, some of you could be moving because of a breakup. Others of you, maybe you're not getting along with somebody that you live with. Others of you feels like it's a financial situation that has you feeling stuck. It's like you feel stuck, but you want to leave. So maybe you want to break your lease. I'm not sure what this is, but it's definitely due to a financial situation that you're trying to sort out this week. I think that's what has you feeling stressed. That's what's adding to your level of stress. So it looks like some bills didn't get paid, Sagittarius. And it looks like you're trying to gather together the money to get something done to alleviate your worries about something. I do feel like some of you could be leaving a situation. So if you were thinking about moving, I think you will possibly be moving soon. I do see something going on with your job, though. Before we talk about it. Okay. Somebody might be loaning you some money, or I was telling you, you are maybe behind with some bills. It seems like you're worried about this, but it seems like either you're getting the money that you need. This could be given, it could be gifted to you. Someone could possibly be, what am I trying to say? Lending you some money. 1 second, please. Somebody could possibly be lending you some money. Yeah, it seems like you might be concerned about a child. You're concerned about an eviction, or this is a foreclosure. It looks like there's something regarding your living situation that you're trying to stop, or you're trying to prevent something from happening. It seems like this is something that you're worried about. I see some people around you that could possibly be helping you with something, Sagittarius or Crosswatcher, but I do see you packing and leaving a situation. Maybe you're looking for another place. You might be doing some home searching, some job searching too. Spirit guide, show me what's going on with Sagittarius. There's something else, I promise you, that you're preparing to do. I mentioned to you, some of you, maybe you're very active on social media. Maybe you post on, I did say that you're watching socials, but I think you might also be posting too. When it comes to work, it looks like there's an opportunity coming in for you. It could be work. This could be in any area of your life. Something, okay, let's put it this way. Something this week has you feeling stressed. You're frustrated. You feel like you have no way out. You feel like you're stuck, possibly because of your funds right now that are kind of limited. Something about your situation has the ability to shift this week. It seems like it's going to require you to possibly step forward to do something to get to this wish fulfillment with this 9 of Cups. Like there's something that you really want, and the answer to this is yes. It just seems like, again, there's some sort of step that you might have to take to make this happen, but the perfect opportunity looks like it aligns itself. I think that this would especially be the case with work and career. I think you're gaining a platform, to be honest. I think that maybe some of you, you're interested in maybe building a following, or there's a particular message that maybe you want to put out to the world. This could possibly be for some of you. You could be doing a podcast. Maybe you're doing a podcast, you're doing something on social media, this sort of thing. Maybe you're a bit nervous about this, or you're having your doubts about making something that is more like a hobby to you into a career. But I think that something aligns itself this week, and I think that whatever this powerful gift is that you have, it looks like you might have the opportunity to put this on display. I think you're someone who could be very inspirational. I think you're someone who has the power to uplift people. And I think you have the ability to bring about some meaningful change. It just seems like there's some sort of obstacle in your circumstance, or some things that you're telling yourself that's feeding your mind with a whole bunch of self-doubt. Seems like your thoughts might be kind of getting out of control. And I think it's because of your finances. I think that's the thing that's kind of like worrying you this week. And I think that maybe you've been told no, and maybe this is with work. Maybe you've been looking for a job, and maybe this is just you being frustrated and stressed out because you feel like it's never coming. But I do see something turning around for you. I just think that you're in a season of time where you're not really sure how something is going to play out. And I think that your perspective on things, seeing the glass half full or half empty, the way that you're seeing things plays a huge role in how something plays out. Something might play out a little bit slow, take a little bit more time than you had anticipated. But I think something that is meant to happen for us coming for you, especially over the next 7 days. I definitely feel like you're cutting ties with someone, like a karmic tie with someone. You might be having a misunderstanding with someone, and this might be due to some revelations that might come out. I promise you, I mentioned to you at the top of the reading that there are some secrets in your situation. Trust and believe me when I say things are revealed to you. As I mentioned to you before, you're struggling with something. I see someone coming in with a helping hand. Help is arriving this week. You're afraid of some changes that are possibly taking place. Your guides are telling you changes have to take place. Spirit is taking you, they're telling you it's time to grow, it's time to change. And Spirit this week is especially sparking, like igniting a spark within you to want that expansion. So you might be getting this, what am I trying to say? Like this spark of motivation out of nowhere to maybe get something done. That maybe, like I was telling you before, you had to kind of set aside because life kind of took over and responsibilities kind of took over in your life. That inspiration might come through this week. And I do feel that there is somebody that either you want to have a conversation with or they want to have a conversation with you. It just seems like it has everything to do with accountability. You want someone to be honest with themselves. You want someone to no longer make excuses about things or let their ego get in the way. Or this is somebody possibly wanting you to take accountability for something, Sag. Especially if we're talking about a lie, because it does look like someone has lied to you about something. Or there's some sort of negative behavior. Somebody felt the need to lie about something or to cover something up for someone else. Spirit brings this out of someone's, what am I trying to say? Somebody's conscience comes through to kind of nudge someone to take accountability for something, especially if we're talking about children. Look, you got a lot of pressure. You're scrambling to get some things done this week. So it seems like there's some things that you might have to get completed. Let's look at your work because I think that's where this is. And in the background, what I'm also seeing is envy. So I think that somebody could possibly be envying you, or someone is possibly envying something that you're doing. Maybe somebody's envying your success because let's talk about it. You definitely have some sort of success coming in, as I mentioned to you. This is definitely due to divine intervention. Okay. So at the beginning of the week or coming off of the previous week, you might feel that everything seems lost, like all is lost. A higher power steps in this week. Something happens that maybe you, like I was mentioning to you, that's why this tower is here. Twice. This is a good tower. This is something that you didn't expect to take place, and then it comes through. It's some sort of success. So I do see some like congratulatory news coming through. Somebody is congratulating you about something. Something that you've been waiting for. Maybe this is credit. Maybe you're getting credit for something. Maybe it's for your work. You're getting credit in that way. But I feel like this is somebody is extending you credit. Maybe it's for a loan, a house, some sort of situation that lifts this heavy burden off of you. Because you have like a major shift coming in midweek. I guess this is for the next 7 days, but really, even though I'm saying it's for the next 7 days, you could be watching this 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and you might be watching it at the perfect time where this situation might be unfolding in your life and it still makes sense. So again, listen to this with discernment. It doesn't really have a time stamp on it because time is fluid. Even though I'm saying that it's a 7-day forecast, not everything happens at the exact same time for everyone. So this job, I feel like that comes through for you. A job, some money, whatever this happens to be. Going to the dentist, it seems like there could be a dental issue that maybe you're handling this week, Sagittarius. I think maybe this week you might be doing something about this anxiety and depression, because it seems like you've been dealing with this for a minute. Okay, so this Seven of Swords. Spirit is saying that this has something to, I mentioned to you, this is somebody that is around you or around somebody that you care about. And I was telling you, somebody is not, stop it, is not who you think that they are. I'll be real with you, Sagittarius. I'm going to tell you that somebody that you think is a friend is actually two-faced. I didn't say it, Spirit is saying it. So again, with these gut feelings, you don't want to ignore your gut feelings. You don't want to give your, kind of set your intuition aside. Your intuition is right. And I think you might pick up on something, or this is your confirmation right now. Spirit guide, what is going on? I think you might have an issue with a friend this week. Somebody's name could possibly be April. Let's see what's going on at work. So I do see good news surrounding work, but like I mentioned to you, let's see what's going on. I think some of you could be job hunting. Some things I see in the reading, I don't really want to go there and talk about these things. But yeah, some of you, you do. You are very creative. You guys are nosy neighbors, I know that. It does say obstacle, by the way, which we talked about. We talked about there being obstacles, but let's talk about your neighbors. So it's like somebody breaking their neck to see what you're doing. There could be a lot of eavesdropping. Somebody around you could possibly be nosy. Maybe this is your neighbors trying to figure out, well, what is all of that noise? What is the ruckus about? Okay, because I do see somebody in your reading being incredibly loud. There's a Cancerian that's in your energy. See what's going on at work. Some of you, as I mentioned to you, do something creative for work, or you have an aspiration to do this. You got a job interview coming in. A job interview could possibly, okay, you're getting some good news about getting hired. I think that what might stall this is a background check. If you're going shopping for something, you're buying something, you might possibly be negotiating maybe something with it might be with a creditor, because it does look like Sagittarius watchers, you're trying to repair your credit. So maybe you are getting in contact with, like I said, a creditor for some reason. You're not sure if you're headed in the right direction. Before this week is over, Spirit sends you a shift in your life to bring you in the right direction. Maybe this is, I don't know where to look for a home, or I don't know where to look for a job. You're going to get the answer to something if you pay attention to these downloads that Spirit is giving you this week. You do have someone returning. You are starting over. Some of you are starting from scratch. This might be very painful for you to feel like you're having to start over after you come so far. Spirit is saying again, because it's time for growth and it's time for a shift to take place. So they're saying that, I was telling you about this anxiety and depression. Something has you really in your head, and it seems like it might be about the past. It might be about somebody that hurt you deeply, somebody that cheated on you. You feel cheated in some sort of way. Or this is Spirit guide saying, again, about that gut feeling, pay attention to the red flags, because it seems like Spirit guides are saying there's a lot of red flags that they're trying to show you and warn you about. And they want you to see this to prevent the Three of Swords, to prevent a situation where you feel you end up leaving a situation feeling hurt or disappointed. If you are in separation from someone, somebody might make it appear on their social media as though they're jolly, they're happy, they don't have a care in the world. But I promise you, somebody is not happy with the way that things turned out. They're not happy with the fact that you don't speak anymore. In fact, it seems like somebody might be going through some legal trouble in the background. If you are dealing with someone who is in jail, who has a jail history, or someone could possibly be with a vehicle. I don't know. This jail situation. Maybe this is a DUI. I did talk at the top of the reading about someone having an addiction. Someone could possibly be looking at jail time, or someone is possibly worried about their freedom. The freedom doesn't have to be that deep. It doesn't have to be about legalities and this sort of thing. It could be about they want freedom from a relationship. They want to be able to cheat in peace without you having anything to say about what they're saying and doing, and where they're going and who they're talking to. Maybe they want that type of freedom, but I see a court date coming up for some of you. Or somebody that you're linked to. They may have a court date. What is this with work? They keep pointing me in the direction of work. We talked about that briefly, but maybe there's something more going on. Let's look at this. What's going on with Sag at work this week? You might work with a Leo, or you have Leo in your natal chart. Maybe some of you are possibly going to school. You're interning for something. Some of you might be looking for a job where you work from home. I think some of you are ready to resign from your job. You're thinking about it. And maybe this is you maybe doing some job hunting to get to something new. Or again, that's that creative side hustle that maybe you want to get into, but you're not sure if you should resign from your regular job to make this a reality. I see something getting approved for you. So if you've applied for something that you may have to sign on the dotted line for, maybe this is a car, this is your living situation. So maybe some of you are, I mentioned to you, you're moving. This could be an approval for a home loan, an apartment. You're approved for something. So that's what I mean. You might feel that all is lost, like all hope is lost when it comes to a financial situation, because as I mentioned to you, it seems like you're hurting for money, or somebody around you is. Something comes in to brighten your day. It's some sort of approval. And it seems like it changes your situation. It changes the momentum of things in your life too, because it seems like, again, you're kind of down about things. You're kind of feeling like you're shackled to your situation, and you're kind of blocked from the things that you want to have access to. Your relationships are going to be examined this week, especially your relationships with family. Your emotions are going to be at an all-time high. You might feel like you need to shed a few tears this week. Sagittarius or crosswatcher, you might get a bit verklempt, a little bit emotional. And that might be much needed. Maybe there are some cleansing tears that that are overdue. Some of you play an instrument, or you sing. I don't know. I think I mentioned that many times already. There's something about you that's very creative or very different. Yeah, you might have to kind of inspire yourself this week. We were talking about the way that you see things, the way that you're looking at things. Is the glass half empty? Is the glass half full? So there might be a situation where you kind of have to motivate yourself. Change your nervous system, because it seems like, again, you're focused on a lot of things around you that you feel are not going right. Your guides want to remind you that your beliefs shape your reality. So there might be some outdated beliefs that maybe you're having, and Spirit is encouraging you to install some new beliefs. Because it seems like, again, Spirit is trying to take you out of stagnation to prepare you for success. And that's definitely going to require a mind reset. So it seems like that's what Spirit is really trying to bring out of you this week. Yeah, you got this envious person in the background. And yes, for some of you, hear me clearly, this is someone's confirmation. It's not everyone's story. But for some of you, I see somebody doing something dark in the background. And when I say dark, I'm definitely talking about spiritual work. Because you're successful, or because Spirit is preparing you to be successful. I think somebody knows about that for some odd, strange reason. I think you got someone in the background of your situation that could be quite obsessive. Somebody could possibly be doing readings on you, or maybe the person that you're dealing with, somebody in your scenario, whether you're dealing with them directly or not, could possibly be a reader. Somebody is looking into your situation. For some of you, I think this is possibly for one person listening. It's not for everyone. But I think somebody might be looking into your situation to figure out how they can stay 2 steps ahead to block you from something that was supposed to be a success. They're not going to be successful. But spirit guides are telling you protection, protect your energy. Because it looks like somebody was definitely trying to infiltrate your energy. And this is definitely a spiritual attack for some of you. It's an attack on your mind. It's to have you discouraged about things. And for some of you, it's not because of spell work that this is being done. It's just because of circumstances. And because you've been dealing with a situation for so long, you're starting to feel discouraged. Now, what is this about this health situation? We talked about this. We talked about this being a mental health issue. But I'm also seeing an issue here. We talked about your dental health. I'm seeing something with circulation, and I also feel like there could be something as far as infection that could be going on in someone's body. I think it's a dental infection. I think this is why it's being highlighted so much in your reading, is this dental issue. You could be taking your child to the dentist. So maybe it's not you, it's your kid or your niece, your nephew. Remember this, I did mention to you, you got family members that are in your reading. You might be related to these children in some sort of way. Somebody's definitely coming in, showcasing their ego, bragging a lot, gaslighting you. Beware of this type of energy. You might have something that you lost. Maybe it's a key. You might possibly recover this. You might be looking for it. I think you're going to find it. And if there's something that's health-wise that maybe you or someone around you is dealing with that could be a bit hidden, Spirit is going to help you to see something. Okay, somebody, maybe this is due to going to the doctor. I feel like there's an appointment that could be relevant. Maybe this is an upcoming appointment, or this is you possibly deciding, okay, I'm going to go see about this health issue. Rather than worrying about it, I'm going to go actually be proactive about this to see what's going on, okay? Because spirit guides are saying there's something that might need to be seen. Up close and personal, okay? But as I mentioned to you, you got people that are spying on you, people that could be eavesdropping in your situation. You're wondering how the heck does so-and-so know about this? You didn't mention it to them. Some of you, it's the two-faced friend. You're giving them information and they're passing it on to other people. But for others of you, as I mentioned to you, you got some nosy people that want to know the tea about you. Yep, come on with it. Some of you are tarot readers. Or this is what brings you to tarot. I did say that you're heavily engaged in social media. You're watching a lot of socials, things on social media. Maybe it's tarot. Maybe it's to help you kind of figure out what the heck is going on in your situation and how to fix it. But as I mentioned to you, let me remind you, some sort of change comes through this week. But for a majority of you, there's some sort of follow through that you may need to do in order to change something. If you don't know what this follow through entails, again, stay tuned for the download, because Spirit is coming in to download something into your system, into your mind, to help you to understand, or to help to give you to help this information dawn on you. I think you might already know what this is. It just seems like Spirit guides are giving you a reminder or a nudge of what this is, so that you can get out of something. I don't know, it might be dramatic by saying you might feel like you're in a crisis. Maybe it is a financial crisis, if anything, a health crisis. Some of you are concerned about education. And that's possibly what this follow-up is about. Anger. So somebody is loud, somebody's screaming at the top of their lungs in the situation. Maybe somebody has a lung issue. Maybe you're going to get a chest x-ray. Maybe somebody has an issue with breathing, or there's a diaphragm issue here. A throat chakra issue. Somebody might need to get something off their chest. Okay, so maybe it's somebody's anger that's just pissing you off. Maybe somebody is saying something to you. They're saying it with their chest. They're saying it with a lot of anger. And maybe this is just it might be something that someone is saying that might be just really on your mind, or something that somebody said a long time ago. And you're going down memory lane and you're thinking about something and it has you pissed off. Because I did mention to you, you want somebody to take accountability for something that was completely unfair and uncalled for. They're protecting you against some sort of trap. Somebody has some sort of what they feel is an elaborate scheme, yeah? To kind of trip you up. Because, let me remind you, somebody is working against you in the background. Spirit is showing you what this is before it happens so that you can completely avoid it. So somebody wants you to walk straight into the tower. It just, again, Spirit is either sending a messenger to you or do this download, do this information that they're giving you. It helps you to avoid this. It helps you to see what somebody is all about. Let's talk about it. Somebody is an imposter. And that's what they want you to see. So you're not going to fall for whatever this is. Spirit is going to show you something, or they're going to tell you you're going to receive this information through a gut feeling. And this is how you're going to be able to avoid this. This week, your guys are saying you got to be able to give up control. Release your grip on the outcome to something, because I think that's what has you so stressed out. So your guys are saying live in the moment and enjoy what the moment has to offer you. Even if it's not exactly as you would like it to be, they're saying you still have breath in your lungs. You still have life to live. You still have lovable people around you that, maybe life is short. So Spirit guys are saying you're going to really spend so much of your time just kind of worried about things that haven't happened. Your guys are saying enjoy your life. But this week, give up control, be flexible, because not everything is going to go according to plan. And it's not the end of the world. Because I was mentioning to you, some things might seem like they're completely out of control. But things are actually being aligned. Spirit is actually breaking you away from situations that are stagnant or that are no longer people that are no longer a part of your journey, or situations, locations that are no longer a part of your journey, but you're just bound to this. You're just so, because, out of routine and maybe just the unwillingness to let go because of the fear of the unknown. Your guys are saying you got to be able to let go. They're telling you stand strong. Your guides are guarding and protecting you and whatever matters the most to you. This week, it seems like in the form of the advice, they're actually advising you to seek solitude. This is going to help you to reconnect. This is going to give you the peace of mind and the stillness to be able to hear from your guides. And Spirit is saying that there's something that you want. It seems like God is saying that He's fulfilling some sort of promise. If this is where you're wavering on your path, as far as maybe what you're meant to be doing on this earth, somewhere you know exactly what that is, but you're wavering right about now. Your guys are saying, no, stay committed. Stay committed to this path. There's some sort of fulfillment that's coming through. It's just that you don't see it yet. Again, because of the way the circumstances appear. Now remember, fear is nothing but an acronym for false expectations appearing real. Something appears to be a certain way, but it's not what it really is. His biggest lesson this week was to trust yourself. So again, let your intuition be your compass in this situation. It's going to lead you through situations. Even if we're not talking about people and we're talking about how to solve a dilemma, your intuition is what's going to see you through. And yeah, Spirit is definitely clearing your path of whatever obstacles there were. And just know opportunities are going to present themselves. It's kind of up to you to kind of grab a hold of these opportunities. Seize them once they come in, because they're definitely coming in. And this gives you the opportunity to change something about your circumstance. With that, Sag Nation and Cross Watchers, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. If you'd like to book a personal, my website happens to be AngelicAscentionsTarot.com. And once again, I am offering tarot classes. There was an issue on the site that was, I guess it wasn't, people were not able to book on the site for the tarot classes. For some reason, it was closed, but actually that's been fixed. that glitch has been fixed. So if you would like to go and book your session, your spot for the tarot class that begins on February 18th, it is open. I will be doing Aquarius next, and following Aquarius, I'll be doing a paid live. So if you would like to get a reading with me on YouTube Live, stay tuned. I'll see y'all in the next live stream. Peace out. You said, how much is the class? All details are on my website, AngelicAscensionsTarot.com. I invite you to go check it out. Take care. Peace out. See you in the next live.